You know, like I win all the NBA debates I'm in. I always win, and it's just like, ugh, can I please have some competition? So, guys, if I say something and you don't agree with it, head to the comments and just battle me on it. I want to lose. I really want to see if I can lose. At this point, losing will be a win for me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that when I'm recording this, and I have to bring this video to you guys. I'm dejected right now. I'm disappointed, really, also, just in everyone. You know what I mean? I was just arguing with my friend on Twitter. You know, and it was, you know, the Bulls fans are a little riled up because of the Last Dance documentary. The Last Dance documentary has y'all really thinking you are somebody, when in reality you have yet to win without MJ and friends, but you know, I mean. But anyway, we were talking about something, arguing, and it's really, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna admit this really quick. Put my pride aside, put my ego aside. Let me admit it. It is very hard for me to argue these little petty points when I know that, and this is just the truth, when I know that my franchise is above the rest. You know, it's very difficult for me to argue, well, did they do better in this period of time, or did they make the playoffs in this year? We have 16 rings. Yeah, and I know that it gets on people's nerve. I know, but it's true. It's true. You know, I mean, I can't do anything about it. Maybe you should do something like, let's get your team on track, but no, you're here arguing with me. You know, we're the greatest franchise on the face of the earth, and I have proof, guys. Now, I need your guys' help for this video just because I am starting to kind of feel sad and kind of like left out. I've always wanted to feel the feeling of just being wrong when I'm talking about the Lakers. Usually I'm just always right. And I never really get to feel how some of you guys feel and some people feel when they're talking about the NBA, because they're always wrong. You know, like I win all the NBA debates I'm in. I always win, and it's just like, ugh, can I please have some competition? So, guys, if I say something and you don't agree with it, head to the comments and just battle me on it. I want to lose. I really want to see if I can lose. At this point, losing will be a win for me. You know, because winning at this point has just gotten too repetitive. Almost like my franchise. Almost. But anyways, we're going to dive into it. I'm literally going to prove to you the Lakers are the greatest franchise in every single category. And to me, let me knock off a couple teams before I even really jump into it. Bulls, gone. I already talked about y'all. You only have 6. And that's just MJ alone. Now your franchise cornerstone is the dunk contest champion. Just that quick. Knicks. I guess the Knicks is a very storied franchise. They're number 1 in net worth. They've been number 1 for a while. But they're number 0 in everything else. And that's self-explanatory. Out of it. Once again, already. That's 2. Gone. What are some other franchises? By golly, the only one I could think of is the Celtics. That really rival the Lakers' greatness is the Celtics. So I'm gonna have to chop down that tree today. Please, guys, I'm a very logical individual. I argue with logic. I might throw some jokes in there, but really, like, try to pay attention to the logic. Don't go off of your emotions, or don't change the argument based on your narrative, please. I don't like that. Okay, let's stick with the facts. I have some facts written down. Let's get into it. Please, Lord, like, help me lose one. Lord, like, he's not gonna answer it. All right, so I guess with the championship ring argument, I'm just gonna get that out the way. The 16 versus 17. Ooh, they have 17 championships. You only have 16. You guys are trash. In front of me, I have a very detrimental list to the Boston Celtics franchise, and I'm gonna tell you why. Can you see it? Very detrimental list. Now, let me just give you some background, and then I'm going to show you what I have to show you. Basically, there were originally 11 teams in the NBA. 11. There are 30 teams now. just to give you reference. Also, 2004 is when all 30 teams were in the league, okay? That was the Bobcats added. But originally there were only 11 teams. And the three-point line, I'm reading this straight off the page. Fact check me. Was invented in 1979. There was no three-point line until 1979. 11 teams in the league, and it slowly started to grow over time, right? Celtics have 17 championships, right? Okay. How many have they won in the last 3 decades? How many have they won? When there was more competition in the league, not just 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 teams. How many have they won in the last 3 decades when there was actually a three-point line? How many? One. I said one. I don't think you heard me. I said one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Yes, one. Last 3 decades, they've won one. Now, after they made the three-point line, they won 4. Everybody give them a hand. Everybody, I need to hear clapping. Give them a hand. That's noble. You won 4 after they added a three-point line. That's great. But 13 of your 17. Actually, okay, and I'm not even trying to be dramatic, but it actually sounds worse now that I'm saying it like this, but 13 of your 17 championships came before there was even a three-point line. Wow! And before a lot of teams were even added to the league. That's tough. But at the end of the day, you still won them. No, you guys, you still won them. That's something. No, guys, you deserve it. The notoriety. Lakers, after the three-point line, they won 10 championships to the Celtics 4. They won 10 in the last 3 decades to the Celtics 1. Very tragic, very embarrassing. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm not trying to discount all those years because guess what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the three-point line. That contributes to our 16 championships. At the end of the day, we have them. The banners are up, right? They have the 17. Yes. 13 of those were before there was even a three-point line. 13 of those were before there was a lot of NBA teams added to the league, but they still have the 17. They still have the 17, you know? So we can't just discount that. However, let's put it into perspective. Let's be logical about it, guys. I understand that this might not be your favorite team or you might be hating on the Lakers. I get it. But if this was your team and you were trying to prove a point against the Celtics, I guarantee you'd be saying the same exact thing. So I know that you understand what I'm talking about, guys. Okay? In the last 3 decades, you've only won 1 championship. Celtics. That's strike 1. Celtics. That's strike 1. Okay, we're gonna move on from this argument. Okay? Let's go to, I didn't even look this up. Let's go to star power. Who has more star power just as far as people that we've had on the teams in general? I just want to know who's had the most legendary roster. If we made an all-time roster, who would be the most legendary one? Okay, so we have Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, very solid, John Havlicek, okay, Casey Jones, Kevin McHale, okay, Larry Bird, very solid, probably the most solid one here besides Bill Russell, and that's about it. I mean, there's other players, and I don't want to disrespect them, but I'm going to be honest. I'm just going off of people who would probably parallel, some of the Lakers legends that we have retired. So, yeah, I saw Casey Jones, Kevin McHale, Bill Russell, Havlicek, Bird. That's really what I saw. Bill Russell. Did I say Bill Russell? Bill Russell. There's somebody named like Arnold, somebody named Dennis Johnson. Do you know them? Oh, okay. Let's go to the Lakers. Well, we have Kobe Bryant with 2. Wow. Jerseys retired. Okay, we have Wilt Chamberlain. Goodness gracious, Wilt. Wow. We have Elgin Baylor, Kobe Bryant again, Gail Goodrich, Magic Johnson. Nobody told me we had Magic. We have Magic, but they had Bird and Casey Jones. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, James Worthy. The NBA logo itself, Jerry West, Jamal Wilkes. But you guys had Larry Bird. You guys did have Bill Russell. You did have Casey Jones. You did have Havlicek. I just don't see it matching up to this list. Once again, if I'm wrong, hit the comments. Please, I want to be wrong. Tell me that this list doesn't have more firepower than the Celtics legends do. Let me throw in Ray Allen. Let me throw in... Oh, well, Ray Allen's not friends with the Celtics anymore. The Celtics team isn't friends with them. They're not talking right now. They have each other blocked on Instagram. But, you know, Kevin Garnett, we can add that to the list. You want to add that to the list? You want to add Paul Pierce to the list? You want to add Jason Terry to the list? Do you want to add Nate Robinson to the list? Do you want to add Rajon Rondo? Well, he's a current Laker. Very tragic. And that's a very underrated, tragic storyline that's happened to the Celtics. But to me, we have the legends on lock, okay? Please hit the comments and let me know if you disagree. Now, as far as relevancy, we are number 2 in net worth. Let me see where the Celtics are. Honestly, I honestly don't know. And I'm not trying to play games. I truly do not know where the Celtics are as far as net worth goes. Celtics net worth ranking. Okay, let's see. I promise you, I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. They're number 5. That's a lot better than I thought. Let's give them a round of applause. We're number 2. We're number 2. I mean, you know, we're number 2. But, you know, number 5 is a solid. At least they're top 5. Guys, stop. Don't make them feel bad. Top 5 is good, but we still won. You know what I mean? Net worth, we're richer. Why? Bigger market. I hate to say it, people, oh, that's not fair. They're in Los Angeles, that's not fair. Well, that's tragic. That sounds like a you problem and a Boston problem that, you know, we happen to be from LA. We're number 2, and also forget the net worth. Well, let's not forget it. Let's just put it in the back of our minds. But we have consistently been the most relevant team in the league, one of the most relevant teams. I won't say the most. I'll let y'all have some shine, right? But honestly, logically, we have been one of the most relevant teams for our entire existence. This is more of an opinion one, but I'm pretty sure if we went back and looked at the graphs and the keywords and the analytics, I think that the Lakers, as a search term and everything, pretty high compared to a lot of these other teams, even when we were losing. And that's something that I love to see, okay? Yes, I'm very young. I'm only, 21? Okay, so I caught the tail end of Kobe's victory spree, right? Victory run, and then we entered some dark times. Even in those dark times, guys, understand this. We were getting pulled into conversations left and right about this and, well, the Lakers, why this, what? I'm sorry. What happened? We didn't make the playoffs this year. We aren't in the playoffs. Why are these shows talking about us? Why are people writing these articles about us? Why are they doing think pieces about us? How come in arguments between 2 other teams, people got to bring up the Lakers or, well, the Lakers, whoa, where did that jab come from? We're losing. I thought you guys said we're losing. You guys tease us all the time for losing, right? Laker fans, you know what I'm talking about. I hate to say it, I didn't see that with the Celtics, but I'll move on, right? We were getting dragged into things left and right, and then here's what people's excuses was, to me, at least. They would tell me this, well, you guys are the Lakers, so you're supposed to be winning. You guys supposed to be doing this, and you guys didn't even make the playoffs. You went all these years without making the playoffs, as if they don't remember these last couple titles. Like, it was just, 10 years ago? Okay, that is a long time. But for y'all, for your guys' franchise, it's been years on years. So there should be no foggy memories for you. But what that revealed to me was that you guys expect us to win. The Lakers are expected to win. We are a winning franchise, not just because of the 16 or whatever, but excellence is literally expected of the Lakers versus your guys' franchises. Your guys' franchises, it's not the case. Bulls, we don't expect any sort of greatness from them. That's why when they've been down and out for the count, there's no big articles writing about, unless you're like literally in the Chicago market or we're talking about, I don't know what other article they would be put in, like teams that are 11th seed or in the East. But besides that, you don't really fit the description for any talks or think pieces. We didn't even make the playoffs. I'm telling you, we're in the articles, headlines, ESPN doing whole Laker fans, you remember this? ESPN doing whole segments on us. People tweeting about it. This. Kobe, this. We're not even in the playoffs. Enjoy your playoff run. But no, you got to detour to talk about us. It showed me that you guys literally admit in a way that we're excellent. We're great. Our franchise as a whole is great. That's why those years didn't live up to our expectation. Your expectation for the Lakers. You expect greatness. Why? Because we are greatness and because we have delivered greatness. Otherwise, you simply wouldn't expect it. Is that not logical to assume? This is, yes, an assumption. Meet me in the comments if you disagree. But I'm pretty sure we can all agree that people expect greatness of the Lakers. That's why we drew so much criticism when we were losing. Whereas, some of these teams have been losing for their entire existence and they don't get any criticism. They don't really draw too many names, headlines. It is status quo. It's sad to see the Bulls fall from grace like that, really stumble from grace to where they were expected greatness, and now at this point, we don't expect anything from them. We don't. If they do well, it's a shock, it's a surprise. If we do well, now people are saying, oh, well, you should do well. You have so-and-so and so-and-so. You should have been, it's about time. You guys have been missing the playoffs, and it's about time. Now we're expected to. We're first seed. We don't even get our props. We don't. No, we don't. People literally said the Clippers would be first seed. We're first in the West, sweetie. We're first in the West. So, with that being said, I'm just saying the relevance factor. Here's one more example, and I'll go. Because honestly, what else is there? We can go off of jerseys, franchise colors. We covered all the bases, okay? I'm just going to say this, right? If you had $500 to your name, and you had to bet all $500 on this, let me know what you would pick, okay? Let's say we went to a foreign country and we're gonna ask a random lady in a foreign country to name one NBA team. What NBA team are you putting your life savings on? I don't think I'm crazy for saying I'm putting it on the Lakers. I'm not putting it on the Celtics. Promise you, I'm losing that fight 9 times out of 10. A random woman overseas not gonna know the Celtics. They may know the Warriors because of recent times, but just in general, Lakers has crossed over to pop culture. I mean, literally, how many rap songs have referenced the Lakers or Kobe Bryant or Magic or somebody? Come on now, or any mainstream music. Movies. Lakers have been in movies. Not just Laker players, but Lakers have been in movies. Yes, I just hear like people piping up about Space Jam. Congratulations. And you still have yet to enter this conversation for greatest franchise of all time, really. And you have Space Jam. So that's how bad y'all are to where you can't even get into the greatest franchise talk, and you have Space Jam. No, let me not be harsh. You can get into the talk. But really, when you get to the thin of it, it's Lakers versus Celtics. I mean, everyone will agree that, right? Right, okay. But yeah, Lakers have really moved into mainstream, just knowledge. And that's just simply because of all the winning that we've done, but also just all the legends we've had. So that's drawn a lot of attention and a lot of the headlines, which we talked about. So of course, you go overseas, they're gonna know Kobe. Everybody knows Kobe. I'm talking about before. You could have done this experiment 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years ago. Saying everybody knows Kobe. Everybody knows Kobe. Not everybody knows Larry Bird. That's not an NBA fan. Casual fan. Not everybody knows Havlicek. But everybody knows Kobe. A lot of people know Shaq. A lot of people might know Magic. I don't know if that's as mainstream. I mean, he does own the Dodgers partially, so. But I don't know if everyone might know that, but Kobe and Shaq are definitely very mainstream and names that a lot of people would just know of, So I'm going to put my $500, my life savings, on the Lakers, and I think that y'all would do the same. So that's just for the notoriety category, the relevance category. We're very relevant. We're rich. Second in the net worth category, okay? Second in the rings category, but they've had 1 in the last 3 decades. We've had 10. So who's really winning? And we've had more legends. No one's had more legends than us. No one's like we're winning every category. So how are we not the greatest franchise? When you add all that up, how are we not the greatest franchise of all time? And I'm gonna end the video there. Please leave a comment and let me know, how are we not the greatest franchise? Prove me wrong, guys. This is, what is it? What time is it? It is literally 2 o'clock in the morning. You tell me, guys. I'm tired. I don't know if this video made sense. It did make sense. Don't play yourself. I already hear people, it didn't really make sense. No, it did. You just don't like to hear the truth. You don't like to hear logic and facts. Let me know in the comments below. Please don't hit one little point and act like that point invalidates the entire argument. Once again, I went over multiple categories and the Lakers won every one. So one category that you have a different opinion on does not change the fact that they won multiple categories. So you're gonna have to come with something catastrophic to change the scales. Understand that, okay? Letting you guys know in the comments already. Prove me wrong. I might make this a series. Prove me wrong. Because I want to lose at some point. You know what I mean? I might have to respond to these comments too and react to them because I need to see. I need to see what y'all have to say. So let me know. Drop the comments down below, okay? Check this video out if you haven't seen it yet. Click here to subscribe to join the Splash Squad. Oh wait, click down here. See, I'm so tired. Click here if you want to see that. Follow my social medias. I'm out. There's nothing else I can say. I mean, honestly, I done proved my point.